All right. So to further break down on, true mind, right? Um, True mind is basically it's a mindset, right? It's a mindset for you to basically um, not let others or let outside influences basically determine, who you are in a sense. When I was a little kid, I always thought to myself there must be a true way to act. There must be a true way to think. That's kind of where this stemmed off from. So, um, true mind is basically, as I said, it's not letting, how you were raised. It's not letting how, what society basically says you need to be, no. This is just basically you asking the one of the most pivotal questions you could probably ask in life, and it's basically just why would I act like this, why would I act like that, it basically, that question why, once it keeps asking it over and over again, you get into some deep shit. All right, so true mind in itself is, you ask that question, you ask why. You don't let life, dictate, how you think, so, um, I don't know. We'll see how this goes. And so if you need me to explain that a little bit more later on in the future, just let me know in the comments or whatnot. And, I'll try to break it down, with my unarticulate self. All right. So let's start off with a doozy. Basically having this mindset, right? This mindset actually created another mindset, if you will. It's called it's basically a mindset. It's the Ouroboros effect, right? And so, again, this is another thing I'm probably gonna have to break down and, explain further. But just let me know if I lost any of y'all or if I'm sounding like an idiot. And I'll try my best to explain it later, as I said. But I'm gonna give you a bone, give you something interesting. It's one of my first videos. So the Ouroboros effect. All right. So when it comes to, solving problems or, just living life, um, you might be able to understand it, once I explain it, but it's basically like looking at life in circles, multitude of circles, big, small, medium, um, and basically what it is uh, having a mindset in which you're like, okay, this comes back around, it bites its tail. Because once you start looking at life like that, once you start looking at life like, okay, how did this loop back around and bite its tail? So like, let's say for medicine, I'm not sure, I can't remember which drugs were used for it, but uh, there was a virus that they injected into you dead. There's probably multiple drugs out there, so that's probably why I can't think of one specifically. But there's a virus that was dead that they inject into you, right, to counteract the live virus, and that's kind of how it came back and bit its own tail. You know what I mean? So that's kind of how the Ouroboros effect is. So let's say if you were like, it's basically like you can't have light without shadow. You can't be perfect and be perfect. You know what I mean? So, mm, I want to see if I can. I want to think if I can articulate that a little bit better, because I feel like I definitely would have lost a lot of people just now if I'd have left that off, and I probably was about to. I'm not gonna lie. Um, let's see here. Hmm. In a sense, what I mean, it's kind of like karma. It's kind of like, the butterfly effect. It's kind of everywhere, all encompassing. It's not merely just, coming back, injecting with a dead virus to counteract the live virus. It's a frame of mind in which you basically have like the outside of the puzzle completed. It's not gonna give you any answers. It's gonna bring you to the answers. I mean, it can bring you to the answers, but it's not gonna give it to you. Basically, what it is It's basically an all-encompassing thing. It goes into, you know, uh, um, just like small encounters to life, to science, to, you know, the universe at large. I'm just gonna take a guess on that. All right, so, um, for example, for a small thing, right? The Ouroboros effect loops back around and bites its tail. For, like, let's say you were super pissed off this morning, right? And, you know, for us guys, like, you'd say there was just like this hot ass girl, like, fucking just walking down the street, right? And then she says hello to you, and then you kind of just say grumble and say good morning to her because you were just like so pissed off, right? And so guess what kind of what happens when you keep walking, you kind of bit your own tail, right? Because who knows, maybe she would have been, you know, maybe she would have been the one. You never know, because you were so pissed off that you kind of just brushed her off, you know. You kind of bit your own tail, you know. You kind of, all right, that's about as best as I can explain it right now. Hopefully there's some of you that can understand me. Hopefully I can understand me, and I'll probably end up posting this video. I'll probably have to do it again, but yeah. So have fun with that. I guarantee we're gonna have questions. But yeah, this has been video number 1.